Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been forever. What has happened since the last time I was on here? If you guys follow me on social media, you would know I got married over the summer. So I've only been married now for a little over a month, so I'm really, enjoying that married life, really, focusing on my married life. I mean, we've been together for, anyways, I'll talk about all of that in a different video, because this video is about Miss Rihanna, the Fenty Beauty line, the epic line of all makeup line for the year 2017. Your girl Rihanna really did some things, coming out with 40 shades. That's just crazy, and a lot of the shades were geared towards women of color with a lot of different undertones. So I do appreciate her for coming out with such a diverse, inclusive brand. 3 products from the line. I got the Fenty Beauty Pro Filt'r Soft Matte Longwear Foundation. If you've been following me on Snapchat, you guys would have known it took me a long while to finally get my foundation. So I'm in the shade 440. This is how the packaging looks. And I got the Fenty Beauty Matchstick Trio, and this has the conceal, contour, and highlights in it. So this is the box, and I got it in the shade Deep 400. What I like about this, they're magnetic. I think that's so cool. Like, it is so freaking cool. Like, this is great for traveling purposes. This is just so innovative and so different. Suede is the conceal one, then espresso would be for contouring, cinnamon is for highlights. Of course, the highlighter that everyone's talking about, I got the Killawatt Freestyle highlighter in Trophy Wife. Like, hello. It's definitely not an everyday highlighter, but who cares? Like, I feel like it's something you want to have in your collection. So this is Trophy. This is the packaging. I love the shape. Like, I love the shape of her stuff. They're just different than everything else that we've seen. So this is the packaging. I got nails, so it's gonna be kind of hard to open it. Like, really? Do I have to use my teeth? Alright, so it's hard to open if you have nails. Oh shit! My nail dug into it. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. I'm already like destroying stuff. It came with a little plastic cover up to, protect the product. And I love the fact that it has a mirror. Normally, mirrors are scarcity in a lot of things. So this is how it looks. It is yellow gold, like glittery. I plan on getting the other like everyday highlighters, but I felt like I needed to kick things off with the Trophy Wife one because I fell in love with this highlighter immediately. So those were the 3 products I got. I'm gonna give you a swatch of 3 of the foundation. I chose shade 420, 430, and 440. So this is shade 440. A bit more yellow, but I feel like I could still work with it if I contour and stuff. 430. For me, I feel like 430 is a bit more orangey than I would like it to be. And then this is 440, which is my shade. Just a tinge darker, but I can work with that when I do my concealing and everything. I feel like it will work best. Also, they recommend that you let it, when you go to Sephora to try find your shade, when they put it on, they tell you to like give it 2 minutes because it does oxidize. I also, just to make sure, so what I did, I took my phone and did a flash, took a flash photo, because flash will really, flash is the truth. So that's what I did, and 440 was the one that really just, you know, blended in with my skin almost perfectly. I haven't filmed in such a long time. I feel all over the place. But I've already done my brows off camera. So what I'm gonna do, the right side of my face, I'm gonna use a mattifying primer, and then the left side of my face, I'm just gonna use a regular primer, because I want to see, because it already says that it is a soft matte foundation. I want to see how it works with a regular primer and also with a mattifying primer, to see if there's any difference in that, if that makes any sense. For the right side, the mattifying primer I'm going to use is the Black Up Perfect mattifying primer. So I got a sample of this when I ordered the Fenty foundation, and I felt like, you know, I've seen a lot of great things about it, so why not try it? So I'm going to use my sample. Don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. For the regular side of my face, I'm just gonna take the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer, and it's the smoothing primer, and it's this one right here. Now that our face is primed, we're gonna go into what most of you are here for, and that is the foundation. And let's see how the foundation works. For the foundation, that it is medium to full coverage for all, long wear, light as air. I'm not gonna do any color correcting because I want to see how the coverage is to cover up some of these, you know, blemishes that we have going on. So it says shake well. So I love the fact that it has a pump. Like other brands, please take notes, always put pumps, please. That was like 2 pumps. It is liquidy, as you see, it's running down. I'm gonna take my damp beauty blender to apply this over the face. From what I've seen from other reviews is that it dries really quickly. So I'm gonna work in sections so I don't look like a patchy mess. Do you guys see that coverage? Do you remember there was a, you know, very distinguished dark spot right here in my face? Do you see that it's like practically invisible? That's amazing. That is amazing. Okay, let me zoom in some more so you guys can really see what's going on here. The first layer of the foundation. Do you see that coverage? It doesn't look like I'm wearing any kind of foundation. Do you see how perfect, like you don't even know where the foundation stops and where my skin is? Like, do you see that? Okay, all right, let me just yeah, keep it moving, but I'm excited. You guys see how dark my eyelids were? And look, I didn't redip. It's just whatever that was remaining on my sponge that I took and just blended it over my eyes. This is freaking amazing. Are you guys seeing this? Like, is it just me? Am I too excited? This is beautiful. Like, it doesn't look like I'm wearing anything. Look. This will be my go-to foundation, depending on how it wears and everything. But this is beautiful. It is a beautiful application, and the coverage, amazing. At this point in the day, I am for this foundation. I am for it. But it looks like my skin, like I couldn't ask for anything better than that. Like, look at that. It's not like full coverage. You can still see some of my flaws, but it's not that. And I feel like when you layer everything else on top, we good. Okay, I need to continue. Okay, there's other stuff to do. Okay, so next we're gonna do some concealing because it can't just be about the foundation. Okay, so I'm gonna take the suede from the trio, get a relatively good amount of product from it. I wish, you know, it was the full extent of the actual tubing, but trio is $54, you know, plus tax. If you do them individually, it's $24 or $25 per thing, so it works out cheaper if you just get the trio. But of course, you do whatever you please. You might not be into cream concealing, but you're into cream highlighting and cream contour. So I like the fact that you get the chance to mix and match, but also to buy a collective thing. And I'm gonna do one eye at a time because I don't know how dry this is gonna be under the eye. I don't know. Being honest, I'm a bit scared of using this as concealer because I just don't like cream for concealer. It's not like crazy, you know, highlighter under the eyes type look. It's more of a everyday modest type look. I'm not mad at it. It feels really nice and creamy under the eyes. I don't like the fact that, you know, I'm kind of pulling under the eyes because that creates, you know, wrinkles, and I don't think anyone wants wrinkles. I'm gonna take my same beauty blender and blend it out. Okay, so it's blending nicely. Gives a, you know, a nice subtle highlight under the eyes, which I'm not mad at. Based on the foundation and just doing one eye with the cream stick concealer, this is more for a beginner friendly type situation or an everyday type look, because I feel like Rihanna herself, she's more into that light, this is just my natural flawless skin type, you know, makeup look. So this I feel reflects Rihanna's taste in makeup. I like it, and it blends out really, really easily, which was one of the things I was afraid of. But just gonna apply a little bit more. Need to be a pro to work with this because it's so easy to blend everything out. On camera it's looking way super lighter than it really is because of all the lights, but trust me, it looks like a everyday. And the beautiful thing, it's not disturbing the foundation, which a lot of times cream products tend to do. So everything is just blending in nicely together. So this is how the face is looking so far, and I like what I'm seeing. Also feels like I'm wearing nothing. Like, you know, sometimes you put on a foundation and when it's matte, you feel like it's sucking all of the moisture out of your skin, or it feels heavy, or it feels like it's just really sinking into your pores and plugging up your pores. With this, I'm feeling absolutely nothing. Like, as it says, light as air. Yep. And I feel like it's looking like my skin. And the foundation, so far it's like it's not transferring on my hands or anything like that, so that's good. So next we're gonna take the contour shade, and this is in the shade Espresso, and this is how it is. Of course, on the 5 head. Listen, Rihanna got a 5 head. Tyra Banks has a 5 head. So I'm in great company, okay? I definitely won't be contouring my nose. That's just not something I do. I just don't like it for me, so I won't. So I'm gonna take this Eco Tools buffering brush and blend out the contour shade. Blend it out nicely. Also, it's not disturbing the foundation. So that's how we're looking, and I'm liking. My thing is just how everything just seems to just blend so beautifully and so easily. Like, that makes doing your makeup so much easier. It doesn't feel like a hassle. I feel like everything is just really working well together, and that is what I love. Okay, so this is how we're looking after we've done our foundation, our concealing, and our contouring. I feel like I still look naturally flawless. Yeah, it feels very light and it looks very skin-like. So next I'm gonna apply the shimmer skin stick in the shade Cinnamon. I'm gonna do one side using my fingers and the other side using a brush. Very subtle highlighter. That looks like I'm glowing from within. Next I'm gonna take this brush. Sorry for that noise, my air conditioning just chipped in. I think I would prefer using my fingers. The warmth from my fingers is really blended into the skin better. I'm gonna set under my eyes and all the areas that I applied the cream contour with my Laura Mercier loose setting powder. Gonna do next is set the rest of my face using my MAC Mineralized Skinish. I'm gonna set the rest of my face using the really, girl, get it together. Okay, so I'm gonna set the rest of my face using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark Deepest. And I'm not using a lot, like very, very lightly, because I don't want to give the foundation too much help. I want to really see how it performs. Some more of that concealer shade in Suede. I'm going to let it act as a base on my eyelids. I'm gonna just speed through this part. It's really about the face. On my lids, I'm gonna take some of the shimmer skin stick in the shade Cinnamon. Very muted but very pretty shade, like with little flecks of glitter in it. So far, everything is giving me everyday put together Slade look, like nothing too complicated. I'm loving everything so far. I'm just gonna do the rest of my eye makeup and I'll be right back. Okay, so now my eye look is complete, but we're gonna go on to the next big like craziness of this whole collection of Rihanna, and it's the trophy wife. I mean, besides the fact that I just got married and stuff, it's not that's not the only reason, okay? But I mean, when you go to Sephora and you see this, like if you like gold and if you like glitter, you will want this as a part of your collection. Let's say the Luxie Precision, it's a foundation brush, but I found that it works great for applying my highlighter. You see that? Shit, that's like hardly anything on the brush. Now it is glittery, but it's just, oh my god, it is just too pretty to pass up on. When you first apply it, it's a little bit intimidating. It's almost like you don't know what the hell to do. A little smidget of this thing goes a long way. Like, this product will last you for the rest of your life because you don't need a lot. So it's workable. You just have to very light-handed with it, and don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. This is not going to be an everyday highlighter for me, but this is for them special occasions or when you're just feeling extra, as you know, this is the highlighter that you'll definitely draw for. But I think what it will work best as, and what most people will use it for, is eyeshadow, because the pigmentation, and it already has that glittery aspect. So you know, when you want to do that really oomph kind of eye look, especially like a Christmas is coming up, this. The only problem I have with it is opening it, because I have nails on. You know, it's a bit hard to open, which I'm not mad at, because I'd rather it be difficult to open than it being like flimsy and cheap. I'm just gonna finish up the rest of my face and then I'll come back for the final look. Okay guys, so I'm back with the final finished look. So as you can see, after I sprayed my face with my Mario Badescu facial spray, the Trophy Wife highlighter, it's melted into the skin more and it's not looking as stark. So far, I really love the finish. I feel like it looks very skin-like, which I am loving, okay? And everything just works. Everything, like, my face matches my neck and my chest, which is always something as women of color we struggle with. So yeah, this is how it's looking. Right now it is 12:49 p.m. First impression, not my first impression, just my first review per se. What I can say is the foundation, oh my god. At this point in the review, I would recommend the foundation to everybody. Like, I feel like everyone can find their shade or something close to their shade. Goes on beautifully, okay? I didn't need to go in with a second layer. One layer gave me the coverage that I like. If you're more full coverage girl, I feel like it is buildable enough where you can, you know, apply, work quickly because it dries quickly, okay? So I would suggest work in different sections of your face. Even though it is matte, it still does not feel like my skin still feels moisturized. As you guys saw, I didn't color correct or anything, so the coverage was really good, because I've gotten some breakouts over the summer. So yeah. The trio sticks, I'm surprised that I actually like a cream contour stick. It's weird, I don't normally like cream contours, but this cream contour, it blended out so easily, which had me shook for a little bit, because I was legit scared to use a cream concealer. Like, I'll use a cream contour, but cream concealer, the only downfall for me is that when you're putting it on, it tugs under your eyes, and those, you know, that continuous tugging will create premature wrinkles under there, which nobody wants. So that's my only downfall with it. The concealer isn't like full coverage. It's not gonna, like, if you have crazy dark circles under the eyes, I would suggest you do your color correcting under the eyes, because the concealer isn't full coverage, but it's buildable. So same thing for the cream contour, it blended out super easy, real easy, and it also it made it look so natural and seamless. Like, it just worked. Okay, everything just worked together. It just worked. Okay. Also, the highlighter stick, I really liked it for a nice subtle highlighter. As you can see, I'm wearing it on my eyes. There's a little bit of creasing, which I kind of expected. Anything I put on my eyelids, if it's not powder, it's gonna crease. And then, of course, trophy wife. What can I say? It's not your everyday highlighter. We all know this. Okay, we all know this, but I feel like it's definitely a collector's item, and you can work with it. Just be light-handed and you'll make it work. So I'm gonna run a few errands and stuff, and then I'll check in a few hours to show you guys how I'm looking. So yeah, see you in a few. Okay guys, so I'm back. It's now 7:58 p.m. As you guys can see, I do have some oiliness in my usual area, which is my nose and a little, you know, the little area beside my nose. After having this face on for 7 hours, no touching up or anything that is expected for my combination oily skin, my biggest thing was, how long wearing is it? Is it gonna settle into, you know, my laugh lines, in the little lines by the side of my mouth? Was it gonna separate? But as you guys can see, there's no separating. Let me come in closer. There's no separating whatsoever. Everything is still intact. I feel like it is really a good brand. It was money well spent. It was hard to get. It was well worth the wait, and yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna buy some more stuff from the line. This was my review slash test wear of the Fenty Beauty line. Well, the things that I got from the Fenty Beauty line. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, stay beautiful.